and gentlemen, welcome once again to our world today. I'm your lovely host, Nora Sakal. This is a podcast where we address issues that matters. We talk about all things living. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you had a great night, a great rest. Thank you for joining us and thank you for your time. Please go over to our YouTube channel, share, subscribe at Out Media. Again, Out Media. Share, like, subscribe. Go over to our Facebook page at Our World Today. Again, Our World Today. PM Our World Today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm your lovely host, Nora Sakal. Yes. We have been working on the 15 invaluable laws of growth. That's right. The 15 invaluable laws of growth. Yesterday, we were talking on the law of the environment. And pretty much the law of environment is telling us that growth thrives in a conducive environment. In order for you to grow, you must position yourself in a place where you can produce and you can yield fruits. If you want to harvest from your produce, you plant that produce in a fertile ground. So the law of environment is pretty much teaching us to position ourselves in a place where we can be fruitful, we can be productive, and so in order for us to facilitate our success, facilitate our growth. And so that's what the law of the environment is all about. Today, we are going to be talking on law number dun, 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 7, which is the law of design. Yes. Law number 7 is the law of design. The law of design. This is actually a very, very one of the most important laws. They are all important because you need all of them to grow. But one of my favorite laws amongst the 15 laws, right? So the law of design, it's pretty much telling you how to maximize growth and develop strategies. From the word itself, design, it's telling you putting together something, coming up with a plan, right? Coming up with some kind of a structure, something that you want to see that you can carry it out or you can plan it out and bring it to fruition, right? So the law of design is teaching us. It's teaching us on being able to. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. My video just went live on live. Oh gosh, we're having a technical malfunction. We're having a technical malfunction. Forgive me. Okay, so the law of design, again, is telling us how to structure our lives and put things in order, in order for us to see growth. Part of growing, in order for us to see growth. So you have to learn to put things in order after you've placed yourself in the right environment. Now you have to design the life you want to see. You have to design the life you want to see. The truth of the matter is that the way life is set out by our Creator, it's set out for us to succeed. Right? Life is set out for us to succeed. But in order for us to succeed, we must learn to apply certain principles, life principles, right? And those life principles are the prototype of how things are supposed, not prototype, pardon me, are the ways, things are supposed to function, the way things are supposed to be, right? If I create a phone and I say, in order for you to make a phone call, you have to hit the green button and then dial the number. No matter what you do, you have to hit that green button to dial the number. That's just design, how I design it to be. So the law of design helps you to glaze backward and then plan forward. So you look at the past year, you look at the past experiences, you look at your past and do some kind of an assessment, some kind of an evaluation, and then know what your next plan is. You know what action you ought to take next. If you're saying, okay, you have a 5 years, 10 years, 15 years plan, and this is what, or in the next 10, let's just say in the next 5 years, this is what you want to do, this is what you want to be, this is how you want to go about it. And you've been, the last time you made that goal was about maybe 2 years ago. So now you are in your third year. And what you want to do is assess, look back, and evaluate the past year, the past 2 years, the past 3 years, and see where you are and see what you need to do in order to get to where you want to get to complete the 5 years plans that you had for yourself, right? And then you plan for the next years to come. So you learn from life lessons. Life is very simple, but keeping it that way is very difficult. Life is very simple that is unbelievable. That's what my mentor always said. Life is so simple that it's unbelievable. We can't believe it. And it's true. Life is simple when we make specific plans according to our specific values. It is simple. Keeping plans simple can be found in 3 questions. Question number 1, can it be received personally? Can a person internalize it? Can it be repeated easily? Can it be transferred strategically? Is it dependent on a specific understanding, or can it be passed on through different cultures, right? So designing your life is more important than designing your career. See, your career, you can go to school and study to become something and end up hating it. But your life, and you can always change that and do something else. But your life is with you forever. Your life is with you forever. So it is very important. Who you are will most accurately determine what you do. Because no matter how long you go to school and what you went to school for, at the end of the day, who you are would determine what you do. Because after a while of just hanging on and just pushing through the careers and through the other aspects and the other areas, you're going to eventually push yourself to get to do what defines you, right? So who you are will definitely, most accurately, determine what you do. Unless you just allow some other people influence who you are and what you do, right? So life is not a dress rehearsal. It's not something you rehearse. No. It's not something you rehearse. And when you are planning your life, you plan your life based or around who you are. You don't plan your life based on your parents. You don't plan your life based on your kids. You don't plan your life based on your friends, your community, your culture. No, you plan your life based on who you are, because that's where you find the most satisfaction and the most happiness, right? So life comes with neither an instruction manual or a chance to warm up. Okay. It doesn't say, okay, do some stretches. Okay. Lift up and 1 and 2 and 3. Nope. It doesn't give you no warning. You don't stretch out before you start running. It doesn't give you the how-tos. It just gives you principles. But how you apply and design those principles and customize them according to you matters. That's all you, right? So it's also true that nothing about your past determines your future. We talked about that yesterday. Your past does not determine your future, but you can evaluate it and change your future. So in planning your life, you want to multiply everything by 2. What does that mean? You want to be aware that plans look really good on paper. So be ready to expend the resources of time, money, energy as needed or accordingly. So if you say that you want to do this in the next 2 years, be ready to put in twice as much what you would have normally done. Be ready to put in twice as much time, twice as much money, twice as much energy as needed, because sometimes you face situations. See, we operate in real time. That means that it's not predetermined or predestined or anything like that. No. So we operate in real time. We function in real time, right? So no matter what we do, life is going to continuously proceed um, and act without us knowing what will happen the next second. You see what I'm saying? Because you're dealing with human beings, you're dealing with people, you don't know what they are going to do, how they are going to do it, what they are going to say. You don't know all that. So you can only learn to accommodate and customize your day accordingly. Right? You can only learn to accommodate accordingly. So the question now is, how do you develop strategies? How do you develop strategies? And first off, in order for you to develop strategies, your strategies depends on the systems that you have in place. So to develop strategies depend on systems. So whatever system you have in place that's going to help you through the process, that's how you develop your strategy based on that. So personal growth can and will come systematically. So you can break it down, you can plan it out systematically on how you want to grow, right? So there's a saying in business that systems are the solutions. How are systems the solutions? The question now is, hey, what system do we have in place and how effective is it? Systems are answers to problems, to help solving problems, replicating solutions, and creating prototypes. For example, if someone that created Toyota, the creator of Toyota, had to have a way where they can replicate the exact Toyota model. Maybe it's a Toyota Avalon 2020. I don't know. There is a prototype somewhere. There is a system because they went through the trials, they went through the testing to know what works, what doesn't work, how to get these results, how to get here. So they put from all the testing and all the assessment and all the evaluation, they were able to put a system in place on how to build this exact model, Toyota Avalon XYZ 2020. So from that, they create a prototype. That means if you take that prototype, if you take that sample, anywhere else in the world that's a Toyota factory, you are able to replicate that successfully built Toyota Avalon version, right? So that's how system brings solutions. You know that if you want to reach this amount of people, this is what you got to do. You know that if you have to do this, this is what you got to do. So it helps you to bring solution. Effective systems include considering the big picture. You must always have a big picture. We must have the end result in our mind when building the effective system. If you are a Christian, the Bible talks about God is a God that knows the end from the beginning because he's already visualized everything. He's already seen everything. You see exactly what you want. And from having that vision, you start building towards that perfect picture. So you have to have the big picture. You have to have the vision of what you want. And once you have that big picture, you have to make sure, you have to make use of your priorities. What is the highest and best use of your time right now? Effective system building includes, a good measurement of your outcome. Without a metric of our own system, what is it? Without a metric of our own system, there is no way to know if you are succeeding. So what is it? Without an effective Without a metric of our own a system, what is it? If you don't have a metric of it, you must know. The next effective systems includes application. See, a good system answers the question, what now? Okay. So what now? Okay, now I say I want to be an answer to this problem. The next question is what now? So this is what you say you want to be. This is the vision you have about this problem you want to fix, right? So the question is what now? Where can I use this? You start to do more digging deep. Where can I use this? When can I use this? Who needs this? And then once you get all that, you want to promote consistency. A good system should predict the outcome reliably. So this is a daily practice, the daily practice of doing the right things over and over and over again. If you know how many times maybe Ford had to fail before they can create a successful pickup truck, but when they created that, they had to do it over and over and over and over and over and over until they finally got the answer. They are certain this is effective. They are certain, without a doubt, this works because they have tested it. They have tested it. So we have to learn to apply the law of design in our life. I want you to take time out and just take a piece of paper and write it down. Assess which areas of your life should receive the most strategic planning. Assess, just write it down. Take time out and assess and write it down. In your career, is it your faith? Is it your family? Is it your health? Is it your husband or your wife? Is it marriage? Is it personal growth? Is it free time? Which area needs the most strategic planning? See, you know one thing I've discovered about luck? It comes to the prepared. Luck comes to the prepared. In order for systems to be effective, they must fit into certain criterias, right? And one, it must be simple, because if it's complicated, nobody gonna figure it out. It's just gonna be too complicated. So it must be simple. You must be able to reproduce it. So it must be reproducible. Can you create a prototype out of it? It must be scalable. It must be scalable. And it must be teachable. So you have to learn to begin to develop or refine the systems which will help you lead you to your own growth, right? And as you do, you want to keep in mind, or be aware of the following. Remember, you have to have the big picture. The big picture is asking, will it help you reach your big picture goal? Will it help you attain the results that you say you want to see? Will it help you get to where you're trying to go to? Will it help you be the person that you want to be? So ask yourself, will it help you attain or reach your big picture? Ask if it's amongst your priorities. Is it consistent with your goals? Is it off or is it in? Is it measurable? Can you have a tangible means of determining your success? Can you measure your growth? Can you measure it out? Is it applicable? Does it have a built-in focus towards action? How organized is it? Does it make a better use of your time than what you are doing right now? Consistent. Is it consistent? Can you and will you repeat it on a regular basis? Are you able to wake up every day and do it over and over and over until you hit perfection, until it is perfected? Consistency. And once you have that, you have the ability to design. You have the ability to design the life you want to see. Design what you want to see. Design how you want to see it. Design where you want to see it, when you want to see it. And things becomes easier. Things become easier. Mm. And that's how the law of design works in your life. That's how the law of design works in your life. That's it for me today. Tomorrow, we are going to be talking about the law of pain. I love this. The law of pain. That's law number 8 on the 15 invaluable laws of growth. Thank you so much. I hope you had a wonderful day. I hope you are going to be safe. Remember, be productive, not just be busy. You have a wonderful day. Stay blessed. Remember, we love you. Go over to our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Follow us at PM Our World Today. Again, PM Our World Today. And over on YouTube, like, subscribe, share at Out Media, OWT Media. For those of you who are listening over the radio, please go over to our YouTube channel for more information and for more videos and more content in other areas in life. I love you. I'm your girl, Nora Sakal. If you want to find me personally, find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Nora Sakal. Again, Nora Sakal. Love you. God bless. Bye-bye.